All right, welcome to Creative Hardware, and today we're talking about the best editing software for you. All right, so the reason for this video is recently I watched a video by Heller Smith. Sorry, I had to look at the screen to make sure I got the name right. And he is a Final Cut Pro user. And he decided he was gonna recreate his timeline that he'd already done in Final Cut on Premiere Pro. He gave himself 2 hours and was convinced that he would prove whether or not Premiere Pro was a good editing software suite. And what he proved to himself was that he doesn't know how to use Premiere Pro. And I will give him credit. He said at the end of the video, it was his hubris that caused the video to be, well, kind of not relevant. It's a good video. He talked about a lot of stuff that proves what I'm about to say. The best editing software out there for you is the one you know how to use. That is the key to editing efficiency. Render times, how the interface works for you, doesn't matter if you don't know how to use it. If you don't know the keyboard shortcuts, you don't remap the keyboard shortcuts to work for you, all that stuff really matters in your use of that program. So whether you're doing Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or another software suite, guess what? If you don't know how to use it, you're not going to be efficient. And I've seen so many, probably 100 videos where they do various versions of this, where a DaVinci Resolve editor will use Premiere Pro and they'll swap to, programs, and this just proves that it proves nothing. It proves that that video editor doesn't know how to use the program. Regardless of what the program is and the features it has, yes, there are some features in Final Cut Pro that people really like. DaVinci Resolve and Premiere Pro users don't have. But there's also the same thing across the other aisle. And there's also other videos that have been biased the same way. Seeing, render times rendered on a Mac, Premiere Pro versus Final Cut Pro. If you don't know about the differences, Final Cut leverages every GPU in the system. So it has some advantages. The problem is Premiere Pro only leverages NVIDIA graphics cards. It'll leverage Intel integrated graphics, but it will not leverage AMD graphics cards to the extent that it will NVIDIA. It's a fact of life for Premiere Pro. It just is. And that's the key. The key for you to find the best software for you to edit videos is to find the one that has the features you want and then learn how to use the software. Invest fully in that software. There's a reason I have a full version of DaVinci Resolve on this computer and I still edit on Premiere Pro. Why? Because I know Premiere Pro. I've invested in it and I've learned a lot of things about Premiere Pro that I just don't know in DaVinci. Could I learn DaVinci? Absolutely. Can I edit on DaVinci? Absolutely. Am I slower on DaVinci? Absolutely. And that's the thing, is that's why I haven't thought about switching, is because I know a lot about Premiere Pro and am efficient at editing in Premiere. I am. Not super efficient. Am I the best editor in the world? Am I, the best YouTuber in the world? No. But that's the thing, is I can go in there, get my work done because I know enough about the software to be efficient at it. Switching to another program in 2 hours is not going to prove anything other than the fact that you don't know that software. Take somebody like Phil from Jay's 2 Cents, who's edited on both Premiere Pro and Final Cut, put him in a room, you might get a different result. But you have to have somebody that's intimately familiar with the software. And that rarely exists in this world because, well, let's be honest, there's Final Cut users, there's Premiere Pro users, not a lot of cross, and then there's DaVinci Resolve users that have probably come from one of those other programs. Not bad-mouthing any one of those softwares. But the fact is that the best software is literally the one you know how to use. So invest in that software and learn how to use it. As always, hit record, hit upload. Thanks for watching. This is Creator Hardware.